मुक्त्यर्थं भवसागरे मनोरथो मदीयोऽयं सफलः सर्वथा त्वया दासोऽहं तव केशवा शुकरूपा प्रबोधज्ञा सर्वशास्त्रविशारदा एतत् कथा प्रकाशेन मदज्ञानं विनाशया वन्दे नन्दव्रजस्त्रीणां पादरेणुम् अभीक्ष्णशः यासां हरिकथोद्गीतं पुनाति भुवनत्रयम्. By the grace of the Lord, on your behalf, on my own, we first thank all those devotees with whose patronage the Katha of the Lord is going on day after day. May Sri Krishna, Guru Ayyappa, give them long life, good health and prosperity. May they continue to be bestowed with the Lord's grace. May they have all their righteous desires fulfilled. With this prayer, we fall in tune with the Lord and sing the Gopika Geetam. Agre Gurunam अथ पाण्डवानां दुःशासनेन कृतवस्त्रकेशम् कृष्ण तदा क्रोशदनं यनाथा गोविन्द दामोदर माधवीति 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 श्री कृष्ण विष्णु मधुकैटभारे भक्तानुकम्पिं भगवन्मुरारे त्रायत्वमां केशवलोकनाथा गोविन्द दामोदर माधवीति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवीति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवीति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवीति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवीति. Everybody can chant his name, many don't. That is the reason for their depression. Vastum samartho pinavakti kachit aho jananam vyasanabhimukhyam jikve pibasva jikve pibasva jikve pibasvamritam etadeva govinda damodar madhaviti govinda damodar madhaviti govinda damodar madhaviti govinda damodar madhaviti govinda damodar madhaviti. I was wondering which bhajan I should sing today. And Radhika very promptly said, Mast Gopiya. I said, yes. What I like about Akhananji Maharaj is he boosts your spirit. He's written a small pamphlet called Mast Raho. Doesn't matter what happens in life. Be intoxicated with the love of God. Mast Gopiya, Mast Gopiya, आपके मन में बैठे कृष्ण कन्हैया. मस्त गोपियां आपके मन में बैठे कृष्ण कन्हैया. माखन को लेके उसे मोल ले लिया, माखन को देके उसे मोल ले लिया. देवता न कर सके कमाल वो किया. मस्त गोपियां आपके मन में बैठे कृष्ण कन्हैया. मुरली की धुन सुन आप चल पड़ी, मुरली की धुन सुन आप चल पड़ी. आपने जान लिया है रात की घड़ी. मुरली की धुन सुन आप चल पड़ी, आपने जान लिया है रास की घड़ी. मस्त गोपियां मस्त गोपियां आपके मन में बैठे कृष्ण कन्हैया, आपके मन में बैठे कृष्ण कन्हैया। चांदनी रातों में रात रचाया, चांदनी रातों में रात रचाया, कृष्ण प्रेम घुंघरू बांध प्रभु को नचाया। चांदनी रातों में रास रचाया, कृष्ण प्रेम घुंघरू बांध प्रभु को नचाया। मस्त गोपियां, मस्त गोपियां आपके मन में बैठे कृष्ण कन्हैया, मस्त गोपियां, मस्त गोपियां आपके मन में बैठे कृष्ण कन्हैया। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे श्याम. In the Purva Katha Prasang, the episode which we read yesterday, the Lord is telling the gopis, Shravanat, Darshanat, Dhyanat Mai Bhavo Anukirtanat, Natatha Sannikarshena, Pratiyata Tato Grihan. Go back home, I told you. Go back home, he said to the gopis. Shravanat, listening to his glories. Darshanat, having darshan in his temples. Dhyanat, meditation on him. Mai bhavo anukuitanat, by chanting his name. Natatha sannikarshena, you don't have to be close to me. Physical proximity is not the yardstick. Anytime you think of the Lord, he is there in your heart. Pratiyata tato grihan. The moment they heard this, the gopis were sad. Iti vipriyam akarnya gopyo govinda bhashitam vishanna bhagna sankalpa chintam apur duratyayam. Terrible chinta they had. Oh, we thought he will welcome us. We thought he will start dancing with us. I told you, when we go for a job, there are so many rounds of interview. And the greater the number of rounds, the greater is your tension. More than your family members, their tension is more. They wonder whether you will be hired or fired. Exactly what happens to the jiva who is facing the Lord's interview. Iti vipriyam akarnya. It was not favorable news. It was unfavorable. Gopyo govinda bhashitam. Whatever Krishna had said was very unpleasant for them. Vishanna, sad. Bhagna Sankalpa, all their hopes crushed. Chintam Apu Duratyayam, they fell into deep despair. What was their reaction? Kritva Mukhanyava Shucha Shwasanena Shushyat Bimbadharani Charanena Bhuvat Likantya Astrairupatamasibi Uchakumkumani Tastu Mrujantya Urudukha Bhara Smatushnim. I've told you long back. Unless the Lord wills that you should understand the Bhagavatam, you can't read the Bhagavatam. Bhagavata language is so difficult, not like our great Valmiki, Tapasva, Dhyanadatam, Tapasvi, Vagvidambaram, Naradambariva Pracha, Valmiki, Munipungava. It runs like the Ganges. Look at this. Kritva Mukhanyava Shuchashwasanena Shushyat. Oh, yes. The moment he said, no, go back home, they're hanging down their heads. Kritva Mukhanyava Shucha Shwasanena Shushyat. Oh, yes, they are sighing and out of sorrow. Bimbadharani, Shushyat Bimbadharani. When you're sad, your lips are parched with sorrow. Out of sorrow, their lips were parched. Charanena Bhuva Likhantyaha. This is a very lovely poetic scene. Any woman who is unhappy starts writing letters on the ground with her toe. With her toe, she starts writing. She's sad. All the jivatmas are sad. Charanena bhuvat likhantyaha. And they start crying. You know, men are from Mars and women from Venus. Women can cry at 1 second notice, they can cry. I don't know how the earbuds are so fertile. Astrai rupattamasibihi kuchakum kumani tastur mrujante urudukha bhara smatushnim. They are silent, tushnim. But then, too much of sorrow in them. So what are they doing? Their tears are flowing down their cheeks. And on their bosom, there is saffron paste. And in their eyes, there is collyrium. The collyrium, that is the kajal, the collyrium is flowing down and washing the saffron on their bosom. You can imagine. What a graphic detail. Astrai rupattamasibihi kuchakum kumani tastur murjante urudukha bharasmatushnim. No, Swami, you can't abandon us like this. The gopis together are saying, Maivam vibho arhati bhavan gaditum drishamsam. You can't say harsh words, cruel words like this to us. Santyajya sarva vishayan tava pada moolam bhakta bhajasva duravagrahamathyajasman devo yatha adi purusho bhajate mumukshun. One thing that I noticed, generally before I start the katha, I revise what I'm going to say, even if I have read it 100 times. My father was a very learned man. He said, respect every member of the audience who spares you time. I can talk without preparation. So years together I've spoken on the Bhagvatam. I can't do that. It's irresponsible. Anything against the law of karma. I have to read, I have to reread. I have to reread, I have to reread and re-understand, because every time Dine, Dine, Navam, Navam, the Bhagavata comes out. I said, what is peculiar about this scene? The peculiarity about this scene is that the gopis never forget that he is the master of the world. The gopis never forget that he is Ramapati. The gopis never forget to tell him that we are in search of salvation. That's why today's message will come to you tomorrow. Earthly love binds, divine love liberates. That is the difference between earthly love and divine love. Earthly love, however loving people are, they get on your nerves. Sometime or other you get angry with them because they don't give you the space that you need, which only Krishna can give. That is the only love that liberates. Earthly love binds, divine love liberates. This is how the gopis remember that from start to finish, Ramapati, Ramapati, Ramapati. They keep calling him husband of Lakshmi, husband of Lakshmi. You don't belong to us. You're the master Narayana of the world. They never forget that. Secondly, they are all the time thinking of liberation. They may be speaking sensuous language, but they're asking for supra-sensuous ecstasy. That is never to be forgotten. The Bhagavata, Lord Krishna, the gopis, and Shukadeva, all of them are conscious of this. Maivam vibho arhati bhavan gaditum drishamsam. You can't speak cruel words to us like this. Santyajya sarva vishayan tava padamulam. We have come to the padamula. See, every word is so holy. Every word is so reverential. We have come to the feet of yours, holy feet of yours, padamula. That's the root for us. And we have given up everything. All the sensuous things we have given up. Pati sutanvaya Krishna bratra bandhavan ati vilankyate gata gati vidastavot Krishna Geetam mohita kitavayushita Krishna kastyajinishi. All of you who are listening to the Bhagavatam, I who am speaking of the Bhagavatam, are all gopis. 45 minutes at least we are gopis. Why? We have given up everything else. We have given up the home, we have given up our household chores, we have given up our mobiles, which is a big, big sacrifice. Clap, clap, clap. 45 minutes we are living without the mobile, I tell you. Mehrbani aapki. None of us can live without the mobile. Even your wife you can abandon, but not the wife, not the mobile. No. 45 minutes you are concentrating on the Lord, which means that is also Gopi Bhava. Santyajya sarva vishayan. All vishayas, all sensuous things we have given up. How have we come to you? Bhakta bhajasva duravagrahama tejasman. Oh, obstinate one, duravagraha, stubborn one, obstinate one. Zid mat karo, Thakur, zid mat karo. Please yield to our love and to our loving appeals. Devo yatha adi purusho bhajate mumukshun. There are four aspirations, Narayana. One is dharma, one is artha, one is kama, and the fourth is moksha. Just as Narayana accept those who have come for moksha, accept us. See the comparison. It is not an ordinary sensuous appeal. Yadevo yatha adi purusho bhajate mumukshun. We know who you are. How do we know? In the Gopika Geetam, we are going to tell you, Nakhalu Gopika Krishna Nandano Bhavan Akhila Dehinam Krishna Antara Madrake Vikhana Sarthito Krishna Vishwaguptaye Sakau Devan Krishna Sattvatam. We know who you are. Don't think you're a coward boy. It took quite some time for Bhishma to tell the Pandavas in the first canto of the Bhagavad Mahapurana, Yeshavai Bhagavan Sakshat Adyo Narayana Puman Mohayan Mayaya Lokam Gudacharati Vishnishu. It took so many years for Bhishma to remind Yudhishthira and the other Pandavas that Krishna is Paramatma. But here are the gopis we know Adipurusha. They call him Adipurusha, Bhajate Mumukshun. Why? We've given up everything. Sacrifice needs to be rewarded. Yet patya suhrud atma anuvrittiranga strinam swadharma iti dharma vidatvayoktam astum etat upadesha pade tvayishe preshto bhavantanuvritam khila bandhuratma. Look at the argument. What did the Lord say? Go back to your husband, go back to your parents, go back to your children, go back to your relatives. They're all waiting for you. I don't think anybody is waiting for us. No? At least these 45 minutes we are away from them, they're very happy. Those who are not listening will say, thank God for 45 minutes they have left us alone. That is how the unrelated relatives feel. No? The husband is listening, the wife is not listening. If the wife is listening, the husband is not listening. If both of them are listening, clap for them. Very few are made for each other like that. Made for the Lord. That is important. They are made for each other only when they are made for the Lord. You understand? Otherwise, they are not waiting. They are not waiting. Krishna, we have left everything. For your sake, we have left everything. And you say that that is our dharma to look after them. Forget about it. You are Preshto Bhavan. You are the highest master. Bhavan Tanuvratam Kila Bandhuratma. You are the Antaryami of everyone. Aham Vaishwanu. The Lord has said in the Sarvasya Chaham Radhisarnivishto Matasmriti Jnanam Apohanam Cha Vedaischa Sarvair Ahameva Vedyo Vedantakrit Veda Videva Chaham. He says in the 15th chapter of the Gita, I am the Bandhuratma. I am the indweller of all hearts. We remember, Krishna, you are everything for us. Kurvantihi Tvairatim Kushala Swamatman Nitya Priye Patisuta Virati Daikim Tanna Prasida Parameshwaramasma Chindya Asham Dhritam Tvai Chirat Aravinda Netra. Oh, lotus-eyed one, why are your eyes not opening with mercy for us? You know the lotus? The lotus just opens like that. Similarly, Aravinda Netra, your eyes are also full of compassion. Open them for us. Master, to tell you the truth, again and again, I go back to my message today. However loving the wife, however loving the husband, however loving the children, sometimes they get on your nerves. I think the best wife tells the husband, please leave me alone. And the best husband tells the wife, please leave me alone. What does alone mean? Tu akela nahi hai re mano, tere saath khada tera keshav. Nobody tells the Lord, leave me alone. You understand my philosophic laughter? Nobody tells the Lord, leave me alone. Come, Krishna, Come, enough of this world. Enough, enough, Master. Puttisale beda innu, puttisadalike palis innu. That is how the great Kanakadasa said, don't make us come back into the world. But having brought us into the world, look after us, Krishna. Look after us. Nobody says enough for Krishna. Nobody can say enough for ecstasy. Nobody can say enough for elixir. Nobody can say enough for Amrita. Enough, Krishna. They are, who are they? Nitya Priye. You are the one who is dear, Master, eternally dear. Patisutta Divir Artidai Kim. They give us problems. Artidai. Our relatives give us problems. Somehow they create. The child is not well, you have to go to the hospital. The husband is angry, you have to bear his wrath. The wife is dissatisfied, she'll make life miserable for you. This goes on in the world. This goes on in the world, my dear listeners. Artidai. You're the only one who gives happiness to us. Tanna prasida parameshwara masmachindya asham dhritam tvai chirat aravinda netra. We are attached to you for a very long time. Please, Swami, don't break our hopes. Don't crash our hopes. We were doing our household work, okay? We were churning butter. We were selling butter. We were looking after husbands, cooking food for them. We were looking after children. We were milking cows, washing cow sheds. We were doing ordinary work, and you blew on the flute. And you blew on the flute and detached us from everything. Asanga shastrena dridena chitva. Ordinary woman like me draws you from my home, from your homes for 45 minutes. What about the Lord who blew on the flute? Vrindavan mein nand ke lala ne murli aisi bajayi, anna pakawat anna parosat gopiyan daudi aayi. His katha draws you. You can imagine how his flute music must have drawn. Chittam sukhena bhavata apahritam griheshu yed nirvishyata karavapi grihyat. We were doing our household chores, Krishna. Why did you blow on the flute, Master? Why did you bring Bhagavata into our lives, Master? We were normal people, you know. Sometimes it's good to be normal. When you become abnormal, people call you subnormal. But you are abnormal. That is the problem. Nobody feels that you're abnormal. They say, what happened to her? Padau padam nachalatasthava padamulat yamak katham vrajamatho karavama kimva. Our feet are stuck to the ground here. Our feet are refusing to go back home. How will our hands go and perform household chores? Krishna, what can we do, Master? What can we do? Your feet, they are the resort for us. And they are the resort for Mother Lakshmi also. Yad yambuj shriryat padambuja shriryat padambuja raja chakame tulasya labdvapi vakshasi padam kilabritya jushtam yasya svavikshana uta anyasura prayasam tatvatvayam chatava padaraja prapanna. Every upama, every comparison which they give is only celestial, ethereal, spiritual. Krishna, we are attached to your feet. Like whom? Like Mother Lakshmi. Where is Lakshmi? She is in the heart. Shri Vatsavaksha, Shri Vasa, Shri Pati, Shri Matamvaraha, Sri Das, Trisas, Srinivasa, Srinidhi, Sri Vibhavanaha, Sridhara, Srigara, Shreya, Shriman, Lokatraya, Shreyaha. She resides in his heart. Shri Yat Padambuja Rajaschakame Tulasya. But what is she doing? Labdhvapi Vakshasi Padam. She's got Vakshasi. In the heart, she's got a place, elevated place. Highest place in the life of Krishna, in the life of Narayana, is the place or the placement of Lakshmi. But what does she want? She wants the place of Tulasi. Tulasi is at the feet of the Lord. So she wants Chakame Tulasya padam kila pratyajushtam yasya svavikshana uta anya sura prayasam. All the demigods. That's why for fun I say, when there is Lakshmi Puja, Next month is Diwali, and Diwali is Lakshmi Puja. For Lakshmi Puja, all the Bhai Sahib will be present. The ladies may or may not be present, but all the men will be present because they want Lakshmi. All the gods also want Lakshmi. They are doing the pradasam only for Lakshmi, for her sidelong glance, for Lakshmi's sidelong glance. That Lakshmi, what does she want? Your feet, Krishna, your feet. And those are the feet that we want. Tattvatvayam tatava pada raja prapanna. Krishna, taptatmanam purusha bhushana dehi dasyam. We are your dasis, Master. Ashulka dasikaha. I've told you again and again, there's a difference between a servant and a slave. A servant is appointed. The slave is selected by the Lord. The servant is paid. The slave does not expect payment. The servant's service can be terminated. A slave is a lifelong slave. The servant has 8 hours of working. The slave has 24/7 hours of service. The greatness about the slave is he has no identity of his own, no Aadhaar card. The servant still has an Aadhaar card because he can leave your job and go to your neighbor. The slave has no choice. You are the only choice. Tumre bina hamra kaun nahi. He's the only one for them. And that is why that little child called Prahlada asked Narasimha, Yasmat priya priya viyoga sayoga janma shoka agnina sakala yurnishlahyamanaha dukkhaushadam tadapi dukkham adadhyaham bhuman brahmami vadame tava dasya yogam. I don't want Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga may be for other people. Who wants Raja Yoga? Dasya Yoga. I want to be your Das. And what the gopis say? Ashulka dasikaha. They are going to tell you in the Gopika Geetam. I really don't know when the Gopika Geetam will come. The way the Bhagvatam is going, I really don't know when the Raslila will end. Don't ask me questions. I can't answer. My dear listeners, devotees, please remember the gopis are saying we are your dasis. Taptatmanam purusha bhushana dehi dasyam. We are burning in life. Tava kathamritam Krishna tapta jivanam kavibhiriditam Krishna kalmashapaham shravanamangalam Krishna srimadatam bhuvigrananti te Krishna bhurida jana. Please don't ask me my bank balance because it's a very small little amount. But who are the real givers of the world? Those who chant the name of the Lord, my dear listeners. Those who chant the name of the Lord. They are the richest people. No wonder Tukaram of Pandurpur said, Deva hoina bhikari Pandhari sevar hari Pandhari sevar hari Pandhari sevar hari Aho tukamani deva Aho tukamani deva Esi माझी भोली सेवा Esi माझी भोली सेवा Esi माझी भोली सेवा. The great saints of the world have no bank balance, but they are the givers because they give you the soul's food. I've told you, and I repeat for those who are new. I used to ask my father, Appa, do I waste people's time by doing the katha? He said, no, my child. You give a man 1 day's food, you satisfy 1 day's hunger. You give a man 1 month's salary, you satisfy 1 month's hunger. But give him 1 satsang, you satisfy a lifetime's hunger. You understand? A lifetime's hunger. That is what happens to the person who is listening. 1 lifetime's janma, safalya. The whole of life seems to be satisfied when you listen to 1 katha. That is enough. After that, it's an appetizer and it becomes an addiction. But then, those who give you the history of the Lord, they are the ones who are the richest. Vikshya, Master, we want to look at you. And how is your phrase? See, once you've seen the Lord, if you've seen Venkateshwara, Vina Venkatesham Nanatho Nanatha Sada Venkatesham, close your eyes and you'll see him. If you've seen Baki Bihari, Bihari Teri Aankhein Banaye Divani, you can see him. One moment. The moment you think of the Lord's face, you can imagine it. That is what a bhakta does. Vikshyalaka, Vikshyalaka Vrutamukham Tava Kundala Shri Dandasthaladhara Sudam Hasitavalokam Tatta Bhayam Cha Bhujadanda Yugam Vilokya Vakshashriyai Cha Bhavamadasya. How did you become my dasis? How did you become enslaved by me? If you were to ask, oh, Master, you are the best in the world. Viksha alakavrita mukham. You've got lovely curls on your face. Tava kundala shri. And you're wearing long earrings. Dandasthaladhara. On your cheeks, the lovely earrings are resting. And you have got amrita in your lips, hasitavalokam, and you are smiling. Your eyes are smiling. My dear listeners, that is the peculiarity about the Lord. Forgive me. Some people are smiling, but their eyes are looking daggers at you. That's called a villain's smile. A villain smiles like that. Not so, my master. Adharam madhuram, vadanam madhuram, hasitam madhuram, Hridayam madhuram, gamanam madhuram, nayanam madhuram, madhuradhipatir, akhilam, no harshness at all. Every part of the Lord is only radiating sweetness, nectarine sweetness. Hasitavalokam, dattabhayam. When you see the lovely arms of the Lord, what do those arms say? I am there to protect you. Dattabhayam cha bhujadanda yugam vilokya vakshashriyai karamanam. Every time they think of the Lord, they always call him as Rama's husband. They call him as Lakshmi's husband. Vakshashriyai karamanam. You've got a large chest, Master. A large chest. It shows you have a house for her. And she will remind you that we are women. So she will recommend our case. Mother, please recommend our case. We are also women like you. Please say, Chabhava. That is how we have become your dasis. And Master, who will not be drawn to you? You are exclusive in the world. Superman, Superman. Kastriyang te kalapadayat venugita sammohitarya charitan chale chale chilo trilokyam trailokya saubhagamidam cha niriksha rupam yat go dvija druma mriga ulakanya vipran. Master, the whole world is enchanted by you. Why not we? Why not we, Master? Kastri. Which woman? Kalapadayata venugita. When the Lord blows sweet music on the flute, what happens? The whole of nature is entranced. Even the great rishis are infatuated. The mobile things become immobile and the immobile things mobile. That is how when the Lord plays on the flute, Vascha Ischa. Even Brahmananda and Vishayananda are Anu. Anu means just a little, just small bits compared to the power of the flute. That is why it's called Venu. That is how it's called Venu. Sammohitarya charitanna chale tilokyam. Who will not be enchanted, Master? Trailokya saubhagamidam cha niriksha rupam. How is your rupa, Krishna? Trailokya saubhagamidam. I can't translate. My vocabulary is feeble compared to the original of Shukadeva. Trailokya saubhagamidam, the auspicious form of your lovely image, Master. I see. How are they? Everything in the world is infatuated. Go, the cows, Dvija, birds, Druma, is trees, mriga, the animal. Everyone is enchanted. Why not we human beings, Master? Pulakanya Vibran. All of them have goosebumps. All of them have horripilation. Iti viklavitam tasam shrutva yogeshwarishwarah prahasya sadayam gopi atma ramopi ariramat. Very important. My dear listeners, the moment you hear Ishvara, Yogeshwara, Yogeshwareshwara, you should be warned against misreading. Those who misread will be misled. I told you in my message. Those who misread will be misled. Yogeshwareshwara. That is what he is. He is the master of the world. He is the master of yoga. He is the master of all those who are Ishwaras of yoga. Such a person, although he is happy, he wanted to make them happy. The Lord wants to make them happy. Prahasya. I have told you many times, those who have heard me before, the smile of the Lord, the laughter of the Lord has a variety, has a wonderful variety. Sarcastic smile, sardonic smile, sympathetic smile, critical smile, cynical smile, suspicious smile, simple smile. The Lord has his own super talent for different smiles. Prahasya. Where does the word prahasya come? Gita. When Arjuna tries to philosophize, prahasanniva bharata. The Lord is smiling. You teaching me philosophy, dear? Don't carry coals to Newcastle. I know what. Oh, Krishna, aho vata mahat papam kartum vyavasita vayam. Yatrajya sukhalobhena. We want to kill our relatives. I don't want the Rajya. I don't want anything. Let me run away from the battlefield. The Lord says, stop all this pseudo-philosophizing, because he smiles. That smile, prahasya, that laughter of the Lord is enough to tell you, stop this nonsense, Arjuna, and listen to the 18 chapters of the Gita, which is real philosophy, genuine philosophy, not your pseudo-philosophy. Similarly, now he's smiling. How is he smiling? Okay, I will give you what you want. You want to touch me? You want to feel the joy of touching me? Please remember, the Lord is 9 years old. Upagiyamana udgayam vanita shatayuthapaha malam vibrat vaijayantim vecharan mandayan vanam. He is going with all the gopis together. And that is how all of them are very happy. They enter the waters of the Yamuna. They are playing in the Yamuna. They are touching him. He is touching them. Very happy. Very happy. Simple. When the temple of Tirupati opens and you go there, you didn't pay anything extra. Suddenly a Bhattacharya gives you so much of tulsi.